Hello, friends! According to the United Nations, Sudan is currently facing the world's biggest humanitarian crisis. Thousands of people have been killed and millions have become homeless. The horrifying scenes emerging from the region are almost unbelievable. On the 27th of October 2025, Yale University's Humanitarian Research Lab released an analysis of satellite images from the Sudanese city of el-fasher. What those images revealed was extremely terrifying. They showed piles of dead bodies with so much blood around them that the area appeared red even from space. The report stated that the homes of indigenous non-Arab tribes were being targeted with systematic ethnic cleansing. This raised global alarm about the severity of the situation. The scale of brutality shocked many observers. So let's try to understand what is happening in Sudan and what the reasons behind it are. Before starting the video, friends, you may have noticed how fast AI developments are happening these days. Just 2 days ago, Google released its new Gemini 3 model. Elon Musk's XAI released Grok 4.1, and a Chinese company launched KMIK 2. In such a situation, keeping track of all this becomes very difficult for a common person. How will you know which platform provides access to the latest and best AI models? This is where AI Vista's Super mode becomes useful. It offers a single app and a single chat. You only focus on your question, and the algorithm chooses the best AI model to answer it. All the latest A is KMIK 2, Grok 4.1, Gemini 3 are available on AI Vista. As soon as a new model launches, it is added to the platform. You will always get the best AI for your question. And if you want to double-check any answer, the multi-chat mode is also available. It allows you to compare up to 7 AIs side by side. All this is available for just $99 per month. The link is in the description or accessible via the QR code. If you are an annual subscriber, there is a webinar happening on the 29th of November. In this webinar, many tips and tricks will be shared. I will also personally join the session to teach you different things. For monthly subscribers, this is a great opportunity to upgrade to an annual plan. If you upgrade before the 29th of November, you can attend the webinar and even get a discount. Now coming to our topic, Sudan is located in the upper part of Africa, just below Egypt. To its west lie countries like Libya, Chad, and the Central African Republic. To the east is the Red Sea, whose opposite side has Saudi Arabia and other Middle Eastern regions. Like the Middle East, around 95% of Sudan's population is Sunni Muslim. But the main differences in the country lie in people's ethnicity. Sudan has a population of about 50 million. Of this, 70% are Arab Muslims. The remaining 30% belong to African tribes like the Fur, Zagawa, Berdi, and Muba. Even these tribes are mostly Sunni Muslim. Christianity and traditional African religions make up only 1 to 2% of the population. Sudan is not a resource-poor country. It is Africa's third largest gold producer. The country produces more than 60,000 kilos of gold every year. For comparison, India produces less than 2,000 kilos annually. But despite such wealth, Sudan remains one of the poorest countries in the world. The main reason is that 90% of its gold is smuggled illegally. This means the government earns almost nothing from it. Instead, armed groups use this gold money to buy weapons. This cycle weakens the state further. As a result, conflict keeps growing. After gaining independence in 1956, Sudan mostly remained under military and authoritarian rule. The longest dictatorship was led by General Omar Hassan al-Bashir. He overthrew a civilian government in 1989. For the next 30 years, he concentrated all power in his hands. During this period, the country suffered economic crisis, corruption, inequality, and civil war. In 2011, Sudan was divided when South Sudan became an independent nation. The economic situation worsened further. The GDP remained negative for 17 consecutive years. In 2019, people finally came out to protest. Massive demonstrations took place across the country. Unfortunately, the protests were hijacked by two military generals, Abdel Fattah al-Burhan and Mohammed Hamdan Dagalo. These to remove al-Bashir from power. The protesters had demanded democracy and a civilian government. So in August 2019, the army agreed to hold elections. Until then, a caretaker government was formed. This governing council included both army officials and civilian leaders. Burhan made himself the head and appointed Dagalo as his deputy. This gave them most of the power. People tolerated this because they believed democracy would come soon, but things didn't go as expected. In October 2021, Burhan dissolved the caretaker government. He took all power into his own hands. Dagalo remained his deputy, making both of them the most powerful figures in Sudan. Soon after, tensions rose between the two. Their power struggle escalated dramatically. The main reason was that the army wanted RSF to merge into the official armed forces. RSF opposed this because it would reduce their influence. Both Burhan and Dagalo wanted to retain control, money, and power. Gold mines were a huge factor in this dispute. Both sides competed to dominate the lucrative gold trade. When the conflict intensified, RSF deployed fighters across the country. The army saw this as a major threat. On the 15th of April 2023, a civil war broke out. Initially, the army had more resources, including fighter jets. But RSF had grown strong and soon became dominant. RSF captured the capital Khartoum and the presidential palace early in the war. After nearly 2 years of fighting, the army recaptured Khartoum in March 2025, but RSF regained momentum 2 months later. They captured key areas near the Libya and Egypt borders. This shifted the balance once again. By early November 2025, Sudan looked divided into two halves. RSF controlled almost all western regions, including Darfur and Kordofan. The army controlled the northern and eastern areas. The country appeared to be heading toward another division. Many experts believe a new RSF-controlled western Sudan may emerge. Both sides have enough gold to keep buying weapons. This allows the war to continue endlessly. The real suffering is faced by ordinary people. More than 150,000 people have died. Over 10 million have become homeless. Schools and hospitals have been destroyed. Starvation has begun in several areas. By September 2025, 375,000 people in Darfur and Kordofan were facing famine-like conditions. The World Food Program warns of a historic hunger crisis. Diseases like cholera, dengue, and malaria are also spreading. Even before the civil war, Sudan was one of the poorest countries in the world. In 2022, 45 million Sudanese had an average yearly income of only $750. The war worsened the economy dramatically. Today, Sudan may be the poorest country globally. Its people are struggling for basic survival. The war has revived old ethnic conflicts. The roots go back to 2003. Non-Arab tribes rebelled against al-Bashir's Arab-dominated government. In response, al-Bashir formed the Janjaweed militia. The Janjaweed carried out brutal massacres. Between 2003 and 2008, they killed 300,000 people. Over 2 million were displaced. The U.S. labeled it genocide. Al-Bashir became the first sitting president charged by the ICC. Dagalo was also part of Janjaweed during this period. Due to international pressure, Janjaweed was renamed RSF in 2013. Dagalo became its leader. In the new civil war, RSF has resumed ethnic violence. The name changed, but the mindset did not. They again targeted non-Arab African groups. Reports from El Janina and el-fasher show horrifying violence. Human Rights Watch reported that at least 15,000 Masalit people were killed in 2023. West Darfur is historically home to the Masalit. RSF is accused of planning their eradication. Satellite images show mass graves in North Darfur. RSF captured el-fasher on the 26th of October 2025. After 18 months of fighting, they took control of the city. Within 3 days, they killed over 1,500 people from the Fur, Zagawa, and Berdi tribes. There is no religious conflict in this war. Everyone follows the same religion. This is purely ethnic hatred. RSF wants to turn Darfur into an Arab region. They deny involvement, but videos uploaded by RSF fighters show massacres. The army is also accused of war crimes. Airstrikes have killed many civilians. Burhan also has a dark history. He served as the army commander in Darfur during the genocide. This is where he and Dagalo initially worked together. Years later, they turn against each other. Their rivalry is dragging the country into destruction. There is also heavy foreign involvement. Sudan's strategic location attracts global powers. The Red Sea, nearby oil pipelines, and gold mines add to its importance. Many countries supply weapons to either side. Amnesty International has documented this clearly. UAE faces the biggest accusations. Sudan's army even filed a case at the International Court of Justice. The court dismissed it due to lack of jurisdiction. UAE denies all claims. Critics say UAE wants access to Sudan's gold. Iran, Egypt, and Saudi Arabia support the army. Iran is accused of sending drones and missiles. Russia's Wagner Group supplies weapons to RSF. Russia maintains limited ties with both sides. All this makes peace even harder. Many peace talks have taken place. Most have failed. RSF accepted a 3-month humanitarian ceasefire. The army has not accepted it yet. The plan proposes a 3-month pause, then a permanent ceasefire. Within 9 months, a transition to civilian rule is suggested. If fighting stops, humanitarian help must begin immediately. The international community has failed badly in providing aid. According to the UN, 30 million Sudanese need help. But only a fraction of required funds has been provided. Sudan's tragedy is a result of 3 greedy men. One dictator and 2 generals destroyed an entire country. Despite natural wealth, Sudan is among the poorest nations. The world pays little attention. That's why it is called the Forgotten War. In 2025, the world is witnessing another genocide. If attention increases, maybe it can be stopped. I hope you found this video informative. The download link for el-fasher is in the description. And if you want to learn how powerful countries fight proxy wars, the next video explains it.